Alright, good evening YouTube. As you can see, we have legs for the Phantom. The lower legs are assembled, and they're pretty solid, though, wiggle around with the camera, they aren't glued in place yet, and yes, that is a very long pin. It is drilled in very deep into this leg, and they do stay on pretty darn good without glue. They'll obviously get glued on and everything, but they do go on pretty well. Let's see if I can get this back on there without knocking it all over the floor. Well, we won't. As you can see, there's a little bit of red here. This is red putty. It's Bondo glazing and spot putty. Good stuff. Sort of my new favorite thing. You just fill in. There was a pretty gnarly seam line there that I scraped down, and it ended up still uneven. And it's not quite perfect, but it's really close. I'm going to go through and sand it with some finer grain sandpaper, and that should knock off any more problem areas. So that's all gotten in there, and most of the model is now ready to assemble. Now you can also see I did the inside of this leg too. Again, it needs a little bit more work, sand in there. You can still see some of the sanding marks in it, but that'll get hit with some nice fine grit sandpaper and should be good to go. We also have the kneecaps that I'm filling with the Bondo putty. There's a little gap in here that looks funny. I just don't like the way it looks, so I'm filling it in. It's just a little strange little divot in the knee pad that doesn't look very Eldar-y. It looks kind of Imperial. So these will go up in here, and this slots in there, and then the upper leg goes on this end. So those are drying now. You can see it's still a little wet. So that'll all get cleaned out from under there and then smoothed down. And then I'll do another. You can kind of see the divot there under the putty. So I'm going to get rid of that. It'll be all nice and angular and shiny once I get it all ready to go. And that's it. Short update. Oh, one more thing. I found something that I think will actually work for a base. It's a 17.5 inch, or 17 3/4 inch. Let me set the camera down here. 17 3/4 inch, like a tabletop, basically. I got it at the Home Goods, the Home Depot, or whatever my local hardware store is. So it's plenty big enough. It's a little bit bigger than the other thing that I had, and it's round, so it'll be nice and stable. So there'll be that. We're really just looking at getting the next bit together here, and I'm going to start assembling the lower half of the model. That way it'll all come together. I'll try and get that done here the next couple days. No guarantees on that. My son's first birthday party is on Saturday, so looking forward to that. Later.